What's up, boys? I just got to the gym, but before I hopped in, I wanted to, talk to you. I'm gonna edit that out. Either way, I realized that the only time in my life where I actually feel like I have energy and motivation to wake up, I just want to get out of bed and fucking go kill it, is when I'm putting my whole soul into like my self-improvement. I don't know how to say it without making it sound corny, but the only time I actually get out of bed and I'm like, fuck yeah, like I'm waking up, let's go, is when I know that every action I'm taking is an action that was created to improve myself, and I'm seeing these actions pay off. I remember when I was 15 years old, I was like a stoner kid, like skater kid. All I did was like roll up fucking backwoods with my friends and go smoke, go fucking skateboard. And I remember one day I got caught ordering like a weed grinder to my house. And I have Brazilian parents. They get very if you got Latino parents, you know that they think like weed is fucking heroin. Like they find that shit horrible. My mom, when she found out that I was smoking, she was there crying. She was telling me she wasn't mad. Like, I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed because I was always like the healthy kid. I always wanted to take care of myself physically, mentally. And then when she saw that I was smoking weed, she just couldn't handle it. And seeing my mom feel that way, it made me realize that there is something definitely I'm doing wrong with my life. So from that day, I decided that I was going to quit smoking weed for 90 days. I was going to stop. No, this was crazy. I decided I was going to stop smoking weed. I wasn't going to drink anymore. I was going to stop smoking nicotine. I wasn't even going to fucking jack off for 90 days. Like it was a commitment I was making to myself. I was going to start taking the gym seriously as well. I was like, I'm going to start taking my nutrition seriously. I'm going to do all of this shit to improve myself, just so I can, make my mom proud again. And I remember from day one, I was like, fuck, like I want to go hang out with my friends. I want to go smoke. But then I was like, no, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the gym. And just day after day of doing this cycle of all my actions being put towards improving myself, I started to wake up and I didn't give a shit about like any of my past activities anymore. I didn't want to go play video games. I didn't care about fucking jacking off. I didn't care about smoking. I just wanted to get stronger, to make more money, to improve myself mentally. And I remember every morning I was just like, I don't care if I got 8 hours of sleep, 9 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep. I would throw the blanket and I would go run, like go do whatever I had to go do. And that's when I felt the most energy. But as life went on, I started to get a little more complacent, and I just started to enjoy the fruits of my labor, the fruits of my hard work. I got in shape now. I was smart now. I was confident now. But I got complacent. People started showing me more attention, and I got complacent. I started going out more. The 90 days were over. Literally just from like these 90 days of improvement, I went from being such like a fucking tard to getting like the girl of my dreams. It was in 90 fucking days. I'm still with this girl. But because all of those things, I started to get complacent. I started falling back in my bad habits. I don't know any other way to say that. I started falling back into my bad habits. I still had this sharp, disciplined mindset, but I started easing up on myself. And that carried on for years. But only recently, I decided that, I kind of lost that flow, that love for life, that energy. And I realized it's because I was not doing the things that I knew I needed to be doing. For the last few fucking years, I was just telling myself that like, oh, I can do that later. Oh, I don't really need to do that. But only when I realized that this is my one fucking shot at life, only when I realized that I'm actually grateful for this life that I have. Once I started to realize that, holy shit, I'm 20 years old. I just turned 20 like a week ago. I'm never going to get my teenage years back, but I have my 20s. And my only option is to keep doing the bad habits that made me hate myself in the first place, or I could wipe a clean new slate and start doing the shit that makes me feel alive again. For the last week, I started getting up at 4:45 every single fucking day, checking off my notebook and doing whatever it took to improve myself. And today when I was driving to this gym, I felt this fucking sense of energy that I was going to kill this fucking workout, even though I'm sick. You want to know why? It's because I'm back in that flow state of life where you know that everything you're doing is aimed towards one goal, and that one goal being the best version of yourself. And that's why I felt so like energized today, and I was like, holy shit. The key to life is to do the shit, the hard stuff that you've been putting off. The results that you're looking for, the good life that you're looking for is hidden in the hard work that you're putting off. And that hit me, and I realized the more I continued to procrastinate and put off the things I knew I needed to be doing, the longer I hated myself, the longer I felt stuck in life, the longer I felt like, no way, this is all life has to offer. Fuck, my hair looks horrible right now. Looks like I got an Edgar cut. But that's besides the point. The point I'm trying to get to is really, the longer you continue to push off the shit that you know you need to be doing, the longer you continue to keep the bad stuff in your life that you know needs to go, the longer you're gonna continue to hate your circumstances. You need to realize that you can no longer live for you in the present moment. It's not about what you want to do right now. Abraham Lincoln has a quote. He says, discipline is being able to choose between what you want now and what you want the most. The reason why discipline is the key to life, is the key to developing self-freedom, is because discipline opens the door to building the best life for your future self. Discipline is throwing seeds in the soil so in the future you can bear the fruits of your labor. If you can throw the seeds now, if you can say, fuck these bad habits, fuck drinking, fuck smoking, fuck jerking off, fuck these bitches, fuck all this shit, fuck playing video games, if you can just throw it all away and open a clean slate and say, from now on, I'm waking up at 4 in the morning. I'm going to train my ass off. I'm going to take my nutrition seriously. If you can fucking do everything, 100% of everything in your power to build a new life for yourself, that's when you'll start to realize that your life is becoming better, because you're planting a better life for yourself. Maybe the first month you might not notice anything, but that second month, you're going to start to realize that, oh, your abs are kicking in. Oh, mentally you feel much better. Oh, people are starting to treat you better because you're a different person now. You need to realize that the reason why you're not happy with where you are in life is because you haven't invested. You haven't invested in your future self. You've been so invested in your present self, giving yourself what you want, and not what you need, but what you want. And the longer you continue to give into these temporary present desires, the longer your future self will suffer. And you'll be your future self at one point in time, but you need to kill that connection. You need to stop thinking for yourself now, and you need to ask yourself if this will benefit you in the future. It sounds very fucking basic, super simple advice, but realistically, everything in life just boils down to you doing the shit that you don't want to do, but doing it anyways, and then bearing the fruits of your labor later. If you can invest in your future self now, if everything can be about your future self, you will be him at some point, and you'll be so fucking glad that you worked your ass off. You'll be so fucking glad that you did what you did, so future you, who is going to be present you at some point, he gets the payoff. If you can do everything in your power to give future you the payoff, you'll be so glad. And I know it sounds like I'm rambling, but really, there's been so many things in my life, and I'm assuming yours, where you just feel like, fuck, if I stopped doing that, if I stopped doing that years ago, oh, if I started doing that years ago, I'd be so much better right now. Oh, if I stopped fucking jacking off years ago, if I stopped smoking weed years ago, if I started working out earlier, oh, if I started investing earlier, fuck, my life would be so much better. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Fuck, my voice is crazy right now, but I think that's where I'm gonna end it. Start planting the seeds for your future self. Build your garden now, so you have beautiful flowers later. Fucking love y'all, boys. I'm sorry if my fucking screechy ass voice was something weird to deal with, but I'm gonna go kill this workout, get unsick, sweat out this sickness. Peace out, boys. I love y'all.